20 days to go until the Iowa caucuses. The stakes are high for the presidential candidates. In the run-up to the first voting in the race, the candidates spent 2023 on the campaign trail, of course. President Joe Biden launched his bid for a second term. And then there's the Republican presidential hopefuls racing across key states to try to gain support of their own. From town halls here at our NewsNation headquarters to the network's very first Republican primary debate, NewsNation had a front row seat to it all. Here's NewsNation correspondent Kelly Meyer.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
The fight for 2024.
That's why I'm running for re-election.
With less than a year to go until the general election, 2024 hopefuls spent the year on the campaign trail, locking in on Iowa and New Hampshire as the decisive caucuses near.
On Tuesday, January 23rd, we're going to win the New Hampshire primary, and then we're going to crush crooked Joe Biden next November.
Former President Donald Trump expressing confidence. But hot on his heels are Republican contenders also vying for the nomination. GOP hopefuls speaking directly to voters during a NewsNation town hall.
One of the things I've realized since I left office is that I'm well known, but I'm not known well.
Tackling the tough questions.
Is your faith fair game in this election?
You know what? I'm going to be very honest. Everything is fair game to ask about in this election. So am I religious? Yes, I am. I'm Hindu. I'm not Christian, and we are a nation founded on Judeo-Christian values. But here's what I can say with confidence. I share those same values.
And a political scion now running as an independent, hoping to impact the dynamics of the race.
I'm running because I feel like my party has lost its way. That the values that my uncle represented, my father represented when they were Democrats have been neglected, let's say.
All leading to a showdown at NewsNation's GOP debate.
It is make or break time for the candidates on this stage right now.
Addressing kitchen table issues.
I don't think men should be going into little girls' bathrooms. I think it's wrong, and I think we have every right to protect them from that.
All of the 7 or 8 million illegals that have come under Biden's watch absolutely have to go back. We have to stop the incentive of what's bringing them over here in the first place.
If you're afraid to offend Donald Trump, then what are you going to do when you sit across from President Xi, you sit across from the Ayatollah, you sit across from Putin? You have to be willing to offend with the truth.
And NewsNation's Chris Direwalt going face-to-face with voters in Iowa to get a pulse of the people.
And this is my 5th cycle coming to Iowa, and I've never seen anything like it in either party.
They know what they're going to get with Trump. Iowans, at least the ones I know, Republicans, are stubborn. And they support their man. And yeah, they want to go through the process. They're fair and want to go through the process just in case, Trump doesn't get through all these legal things.
We thank Kelly Meyer for that recap tonight. So the chaos on the campaign trail is only going to get busier in the weeks and months ahead as the race for the White House continues to take shape. Joining us now is Kevin Cirilli, host of The Hill's Daily Debrief. Kevin, it's good to see you again. What were your top moments from the highlight reel of this year?
Well, I thought the year was pretty weird, Natasha. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, you had one of the candidates, Ron DeSantis, launching his campaign on X, but there was a cyber debacle. Remember that? He couldn't even get his campaign off on good footing. It was a bigger story about the platform that he chose to do it on than his actual campaign launch. Then you had him talking more about bathrooms than a parent potty training a toddler. I've never heard a candidate in all my years covering politics talk more about bathrooms. And then you had Vivek, remember him? And I'm getting word tonight that he's actually stopped spending money on his political advertising, but he came out with that truth hat. Remember that? I mean, I guess he was trying to mimic Trump with the MAGA red hat, but that was a fashion blunder. And then at one of the debates, if it wasn't the hat, Natasha, Vivek made a comment about Nikki Haley in high heels. I mean, like, imagine the campaign staff meeting for Vivek Ramaswamy, where the staffers are advising him to wear a hat and to comment on his opponent's shoe wear. So yeah, it was a year like any other, but these are some of the moments that stood out in the year from my perspective covering this.
Kevin, was there any particular weird moment, weirdly memorable moment from the campaign trail this year that you think is kind of going to be emblematic going forward?
Well, I think the biggest unknown is whether or not we get a presidential debate in 2024. Look, according to my sources who are connected to Trump's presidential campaign, they did not see the value in participating because he remains the dominant frontrunner, and his lack of appearance at the debates did not hurt him in his standing in the polls. So I spoke with a source directly who has contact with Trump, and they said that they're not sure that the debates back in the 2020 cycle when he went head to head against President Biden, whether that made a difference, but it in many cases hurt him, especially that one debate. So, this could be one of the first cycles where there are not presidential debates, which, regardless of your thoughts, could be a pretty weird phenomenon to see in our democracy. And I got to be candid. I also talked to Democrats who don't really want President Biden on that debate stage against Trump either, especially when you look at the Decision Desk 2024 battleground polls, where you've got Biden significantly trailing Trump in several of these battleground states.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.